if you're here, you're probably very interested in drawing oils. It's a dream medium, but I think you have the question, well, you can't get into details, right? The answer is you can. And I have shared in a previous video about unpacking these drawing oils. I didn't have much. I had to go buy them because I was like, wow, these are amazing, because I just love oil paintings, but I wanted it to use it into my watercolor portrait paintings. So that means I have to use something close enough to oil sticks, pigment sticks, that you can work on paper. So here, drawing oils are like a dream medium that I can use. But the part comes, well, if it's like oil pastels, or if it's like any stick form medium, that means you can't get the details. Yes, you can't get the details if you directly use these sticks, but there's a way. There's a workaround. So I'm going to share with you how I do this. In the previous video, I explained about using the Polychromos and the pencil and acrylic on top of it. Really works well, but there's another way. What you will need is the drawing oils, a palette knife, and a very tiny brush for whatever detail that you would need, and this Dorland's wax medium. I'm thinking about doing some explorations with this Dorland's wax medium, but as for now, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can use this to then get these details that I got. So which details did I get? If you can see right here, this white line, this white line, this right here was created using this, the Dorland's wax, and the drawing oils. Some of these thicker ones right here, because I wanted to play with more thickness of the drawing oils, I used just a palette knife. And you know what? Really, you probably only need the drawing oils, but if you want to add a medium to get it to flow more, you just use the Dorland's wax. And I would say 50 to 50 is okay, but the less you use the wax, the better. I would even use like 1 to 5 kind of ratio. That works as well. But try to get the ratio that you feel comfortable using. So let me show you the process, what it looks like. You get a small detailed brush, a palette you can work on, and a Dorland's wax medium with a palette knife. So first, make sure everything is clean. You don't want your palette knife to have any drawing oils on it, or you don't want any other colors to have kind of dirtied your drawing oil stick as well. So you take a small tiny bit or any amount that you know you'll be working with. So that's what I'm doing here by cutting it out, putting it on that palette that I'll be working in the Dorland's wax medium. And then I'm cleaning out my brush again. You don't want any of that pigment inside that Dorland's wax medium. And then I get about 50%, so about the same amount that I got from the drawing oils, and I'm mixing them together. Now I'm make sure you mix them very well, but this is where I noticed, because this is my first experiment doing this. I realized that once I got that small tiny detail brush and started working into the details, that it got very like a cloudy look. It wasn't as black, and I would suggest you use like the darkest drawing oils to do this test so you can see what it's like, because the Dorland's wax is naturally white, right? And when you mix it, you'll know how white it gets. And 50-50, like the 1:1 ratio, didn't quite work. It just got too cloudy, and I wanted more of that high pigmented Payne's gray kind of look, because that's the color I was using. So then I thought, okay, next I'm going to add more of that drawing oil, the pigment, and use less of the Dorland's wax medium. And I pretty much got closer to the effect that I wanted. So try to search your happy ratio mixing these two together. So to narrow it down, basically, if you want to quickly do something outside while you're sketching outside or something, then use the Polychromos, the pencils might be a good way of doing it. And if you want to just use the R&F Drawing Oils, just use a palette knife. That would be really quick. But if you want to go further and you want to be like, well, actually, I want to just use the R&F oils, then you can even try to cut a bit of the drawing oil, scrape it on top of like a palette that you have, and just keep on working into it until it gets warmer. That would help. Or even warm them in your hands a bit, or put them in the sun a bit. But I don't really recommend sun because, you know, with fading and all. But you just work them into it. And if you want some to be able to work with a paintbrush like this and work into really fine detail and want to get it a bit liquidy, just add a tiny bit of this wax medium and it should work. And they dry completely. How wonderful is that? Whenever I go to art shows, like, you know, group galleries, it's so fun talking to other artists because they have their own kind of processes and they have curiosity with mediums, like what can this medium do? What is the things that I haven't noticed about it? And once you kind of share those information, you inspire each other. And I just love getting inspired. Like I'm getting off track, but like I just went to the BAM Arts Festival. That's like a thing here in Washington State in Bellevue, and I saw this this shop where there was a guy putting all his like fish paintings on the walls. But I was like curious. It really looked lovely. I loved his cohesive look to the shop. So I was like, I love how he's doing this, but I want to know more about if he actually paints them by hand or what is it. So I went inside. I looked on the right hand side where he had this small frame explaining about gyotaku. And having been brought up in Japan, I didn't know what gyotaku was, but it was a Japanese art form. And basically he was doing that with his own touch. Basically he gets these washi papers and then he places actual fish in sumie ink, like Japanese calligraphy ink, and then prints them on the paper. And then some of these had colors, and I was like, how did you put those color? And he would say, oh, I use watercolor for some of those colors or inks. And I'll be like, wow, you know, and then I'll be like, how did you get those small details with the sumie ink? And he'll be like, I use a Pentel travel brush and put like sumie ink inside, and then use that to create those fine lines. And I was like, right, so you can keep on going, like you don't have to dip your brush every time. He's like, yeah. I was like, wow. So my point is, this is a place to create a community of like-minded artists to share information and inspire each other. That's basically it. If you haven't watched my video on drawing oils, go here. Okay, take care. Bye bye.